Hey everybody! Thanks for clicking this video. My name's Drunken and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of How Does That Play Out? Today we're going to take a look at Fester Mud, The Curse of the Gold, Episode 1, subtitled For a Fistful of Pocket Lint. Yeah, what is Fester Mud? It's actually a pretty, a classic, straightforward, old-school point-and-click adventure that sort of uses the Old West as a thematic backdrop. Let's just jump into it and see what it's all about. This is like, you can immediately see basically that this is sort of, reminiscent of the old LucasArts adventures, more precisely of Monkey Island 2 actually, where you also had your, the verbs here with which you can interact with the environment, such as, I don't know, look at, sign, and then the guy is going to tell us something about the torn blister. And exactly like Monkey Island 2, you can also use the keyboard to sort of let's look at the window, for example. Appears to be open, so we can try to pick up the window, and you don't need that, or we can kick the window, and so on and so forth. Rooms. Okay. Also, like the LucasArts adventures, you can see, like, if you hover the mouse over like some items or like some object hotspots here, like the horses, the look at button is sort of like highlighted. So if we right click here, then this is like the I don't know, like the recommended action that the game recommends you do with this object. So right click lets us look at the horses. If we click on the saloon door, it's also look at. It might have been open or something, but you never know. Yeah, so like I said, thematically speaking, this is the Old West, so like the Wild West, which is it has been done before, and I'm going to expand on that in a little bit. Why is that? Because actually, there's someone involved in the development of this game that has some rapport, with that sort of genre or theme, which is Josh Mandel, who is working for Sierra Adventures, Sierra Online. I don't know, like they renamed themselves. I don't know. It's like for Sierra, the people who did King's Quest, Police Quest, and so on and so forth. They also released an adventure in 1993 called Freddy Pharkas, Frontier Pharmacist, and the lead designer of that game was Josh Mandel, the same guy who's been working on Fester Mud. He also worked on other games. He was responsible for, I think, the lead designer for Space Quest 6, and then later on moved to Legend Entertainment. Also, those of you who were either playing a lot of games in the mid to late 90s, or are like adventure game fans, know Legend Entertainment. And what he did there was the video game adaptation of Callahan's Crosstime Saloon. So, and he's also currently working for a company called Replay Games, who are the publishers also of this title, of Fester Mud, with Al Lowe. Everybody, I think, is familiar with that name, the mind behind the Leisure Suit Larry series, on a sort of like high-def remake of the first Leisure Suit Larry installment. Right, but you also had other games, like Sierra actually published a 8-bit adventure, sort of like the first King's Quest and Police Quest titles, called Gold Rush, that took place in the Old West. And you had like the Fenimore Firmo series that started with the Three Skulls of the Toltecs. And I think they got worse. Like I think the second part was like a, I don't know, like a half-hearted attempt, to sort of port this whole stuff, like a point-and-click adventure stuff, into 3D. Didn't really work out that well, if memory serves correctly. And then the last part, the third part, was like an absolute disaster. It was short, it was stupid, I don't know. Well, so yeah, this is like and then you have like an indie title, LMO and the Dutchman's Mine or something. I have not played that one, so this is has been around for a couple of years, I think. Like I said, I would not be able to make a statement, as to its quality. Be that as it may, so I've walked around the town of Loamsmouth, actually. This is where the action takes place. And we are Fester Mud, so, you know, let's talk about the story a little bit. Looking for a brother who wrote us a letter a couple of, like, I think 2 months ago, you know, claiming to have found gold. So that's what we're here for. And we just arrived here, and, you know, we want to make inquiries in the local saloon, the Torn Blister Saloon, here. About the whereabouts of our brother, but we are denied entrance by this gentleman, the bouncer. Okay, yeah, because we apparently need an ID card. There's no, like, this is clearly fake. Okay, because it is. Yeah, that old jester. Okay. Yeah, right. So, so this is like the first major portion of the game is actually behind us. I just sort of streamlined my the playthrough. You know, straight up to this point because there's a lot of other stuff that you can do in the town, but I skipped that because I don't want to, like, you know, by like guessing by the inventory items you can then, you know, get like a clue of what you need to do here, and I sort of don't want to spoil things too heavily, actually. I mean, I'm gonna solve like the occasional puzzle here, so, you know, please forgive me, but I think this is, you know, impossible to avoid when talking about a point-and-click adventure, or like any adventure game for that matter. Right, so, we're in the saloon here. Yeah, and exactly, the thing is, like, and I can just start, why do I don't, you know, or why don't I want to spoil it? Because the game is pretty short, especially, like, the first episode is, I think I finished it in maybe, like, around 3 hours, maybe a little more, like 3 hours, 20 minutes, something like that, but definitely not more. But, you know, let's actually, I'm going to talk about this later on a little bit, because this is also obviously going to influence my, you know, recommendation. So let's talk, like, check things out, talk to the patrons here a little. Let's, like, look at those guys. Okay, let's try to cheer them up. Fester Mud. Right. Talk to the mean-looking guy. Right. Okay, yeah, so, you know, it's like your friendly run-of-the-mill Wild West saloon here. Nice place, huh? Okay, yeah, let's hear more about this Wild Bill Hiccup fella. Okay. Let's ask for yeah, Bud Mud. I'm not, yeah, if this is intentional or not, but alright, so apparently my brother has been around here. Yeah, this is a little bit dialogue heavy here. This is true. That's sort of like that part of the game. Although, you know, not necessarily more dialogue heavy than, you know, the old LucasArts titles, like old point-and-click adventure titles, basically. Right, yeah. How do you know about this left butt cheek? Alright. Then let's quit this nice little chat here. Yeah, look at the dead guy. Yeah, he looks pretty dead to me. Oh, there's a knife. Let's try to pick up the knife here. Perfect. Now we got a knife. Okay, it's dull, but you know, a knife nevertheless. Look better in the dark. Okay, let's check out the bartender. Alright. And we have a mysterious man in black. He's gonna be important later on. Okay, let's check out the bartender. Fester Mud. Kinda broke. What the hell are you doing, my saloon? I'm just gonna like click through the stuff here just to like speed things up a little bit. Because what I usually do is like I put like the text speed all like to the lowest possible setting, so I can then easily like just click through the dialogues here. So you know, don't want to like drag this out because this is, like I said, pretty dialogue heavy. Right. Oh yeah, we noticed a sign outside. There are rental rooms upstairs. Well, okay. Okay, let's ask him about the people. Okay. So this is sort of like the I don't know, like long stories kick, but let's try no offense, but I've got a short attention span. Good. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, you just have to come back to the okay. This is sort of like the backstory of the whole thing, you know, and just opens up like the overarching plot. Okay, then let's, yeah, ask him where this valley is. A week's trip to the north. Okay, we're gonna go after our brother. Right. Okay, so there's like Indians there and they're gonna... Yeah. Okay, and then like the mysterious stranger butts in, and he's okay, so this is Lance. Alright. Okay, yeah, so silver pocket watch also, like, you know, this is like the run-of-the-mill, you know, if you've ever played an adventure game, this is, you know, the get the 3 items to, you know, progress or to proceed kind of stuff. So, you know, we're basically, this is sort of why I picked this portion of the game, because we're not only introduced to like the major, like the overarching theme or the overarching plot of the game, which is apparently this, you know, accursed gold thing. So this is like the plot, and yeah, overarching plot actually. The theme is like the Old West here. And you know, also like this is sort of the it's like the latter half of the you know, it's like fetch quest basically, you know. So now we got a list with things that we need here. Right. And actually let's check upstairs and see what's going on there. I mean, the thing is, like, the game, like the characters and everything, like, it's pretty nice, you know. Obviously it's like a humorous in tone, you know, not unlike the original Monkey Island games, and it's actually done in a pretty, you know, like, elegant way. It's not like, you know, you find games that like sort of try super hard to be funny, and, you know, as a consequence are not. So this is an exception, you know. Okay, so this is sort of like a dialogue puzzle. Also, I'm really lacking, you know, I think the game is lacking, I'm missing kind of like the dialogue puzzles in here. So yeah, room service, let's see. Okay, fresh towels. We've received noise complaints from upstairs. Keep the noise down. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'm just like, in order to like avoid the another like tedious dialogue tree, I'm gonna leave that be. Also don't want to spoil it too much. Okay. The door's locked too, so if we try to... Oh, he just knocked, right? This is like what happens when you hit open door. Let's take a look at the window here. Can you open that? Okay, but I think we're like supposed to open that. Maybe we can get like a crowbar or something later on. Let's move upstairs. Okay, so this is the room number 4 we just heard about. This is like the heavy drinker that's, you know, residing there. Let's take a look at that door, room 3. Let's see what's going on here. Okie doke. And then let's take take a look at that door. That's okay. Yeah, it's room number 4. Right. Who are you? Yeah. Slam. So yeah, this is like the let's try that again actually. The it's like the humorous tone is actually, you know, it's like elegantly done. It's not like in your face, you know, we are trying to be funny, you look at this. It's sort of like, you know, the plot is serious enough. It's not too goofy that you're gonna be like, oh my god, you know, this is like can I have your autograph? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's just kind of like this. It's neat, you know what I mean? It's nothing. Okay, let's actually. Well, Bill Hiccup in the flesh. What do you want? Yeah. So I'm here to challenge you to a drinking contest. And who might you be? Okay, the one and only. Fester Bottoms Up Mud. Liquor Mud. Flying Drunkard. Booze Destroyer. Or we could choose like White Burp. Let's go with like Fester Bottoms Up Mud. That's actually a cool drinking name. Okay, oh, he doesn't drink with amateurs. Okay, let's try that again. So this is sort of like a dialogue puzzle, I guess. Okie doke. So where's my cursor? Yeah, so apparently the game crashed. Okay, I'll try to sort of like reconstruct, you know, everything up to this scenario or to this point, and then I'll continue shooting this video. Just a second. Okay, and we're back. So yeah, we're here again. Let's try to challenge this guy to a drinking contest. What now? Okay, what will Hiccup? So, challenge. Okay, we're gonna try to be White Burp. Yeah, I mean, maybe they could have like inserted like another dialogue thing here where you have to convince him that you are in fact White Burp, where you have to find out stuff about White Burp, or I don't know. You know, given the fact that the game is actually, this episode is actually kind of short, and so on and so forth, you know, and since, you know, you already kind of started a dialogue puzzle, because you needed to find out about, you know, the fact that there is a White Burp, and so on and so forth. So, you know, might have like, you know, this opportunity might have lent itself to, you know, to include or like to like branch out, you know, concerning a more elaborate dialogue puzzle. But, you know, not gonna complain here. Okay. He's gotta polish his golden tooth first. Alright, so now we actually have like the time to tamper with the mugs. I'm just gonna like switch them. Or I don't know. Use the open the window maybe. Okay, can you open that window? He wants to be disturbed right now. Okay. Okay, yeah, so time's up. So, you know, just is like a very good opportunity to demonstrate that the game actually employs a couple of, you know, different puzzle types. I mean, it's nothing, you know, that reinvents the genre, so to speak. because quite frankly this is pretty hard to pull off, you know. Monkey Island 2 was released I think almost exactly 20 years ago, and you know, ever since, you know, every type of puzzle has been regurgitated and redone. But you know, it's nothing really new, but it's like a nice assembly of you know, how to do things actually. Okay, why don't you go first? But hey, with professional, yeah, this is again humorous in tone. I can totally dig that. Okay, let's just bite the bullet here. Bottoms up. See, this is like a man. This should have been my drinking name actually. Okay, down the hatch. Right. Okay, and that was it for us this time. Okay, so yeah, unsuccessful. So you know, this is like sort of, and this is what I like. You know, the game mixes up its puzzles. It's not only like you know, pick up something, then use the item, and I don't know, like or combine it in the inventory. Like I don't know. Actually, let's try to get this window open, maybe. Okay. Oh, clothespin. You can just use it. Oh, maybe we can use like the, you know, the card and the lock thing. Doesn't work. Maybe we can like jimmy it open with a knife. Oh, okay. That. Oh yeah, remember like the window outside was like open? Ah, okay. So maybe that's it. Right. I also like the sound design of the game. You know, like the music is actually pretty nice. Always fits the atmosphere of this scene. Oh boy. Okay. Let's open the nightstand. Okay, it doesn't have a drawer. Let's take a look at the bed. Can we move it? Can we kick it? Yes, we can. It's open. Can you actually use it? Oh, so probably just have to exit through the door. Okay, let's check out the corpse here. He apparently drank himself to death. Oh, he's got something in his pockets. Coupon. Okay, let's take a look at the coupon. Okay. Pick up the coupon. Let's see what this is. General store, $5. Ah, that's cool. So we can actually pick shit up from the general store, because right now we don't have any money. That is actually a like a theme that's, you know, a motif that we face throughout the whole game. Okay, Stinky Gringo. Let's pick up the bottle of Stinky Gringo here. And I think that is pretty much it, right? In the windows. Let's just try to open this door from the inside. Okay, that works. So, yeah, and then let's head downstairs. Alright. Yeah, so, this is basically, you know, Fester Mud in a nutshell. You know, there's like, you know, good portion of dialogue. There's a lot of puzzles, you know, that you can solve here. It's very, very, very classic, like a very, very classic point-and-click adventure game. You know, if you like those old titles like the LucasArts games, Monkey Island, Indiana Jones 4 maybe, Maniac Mansion, or Day of the Tentacle actually, you know, stuff like that. The story is okay. Like, what the thing does is, you know, in terms of narrative, the way the story is being told is actually pretty good, because it uses sort of like, you know, it definitely has like a setup. You know, it has a pretty good Act 1. The thing is, the game is pretty short, and the story is kind of lacking. It could be longer. You know, the elements are there. It has like an Act 1 where, you know, the characters are introduced, the environment, the theme, the motifs are introduced, and then later on, you know, it's like once you sort of get the hang of things, you know, the story is being introduced here in the saloon. You hear about the ghosts and the gold and whatnot. So, you know, and then your quest starts, sort of, you know, and then I think in in episode 2, you know, we're introduced to like the travel motif, where we have to go someplace else and then use our skills or use our knowledge or experience to sort of, you know, best whatever, you know, the adventure throws in our way. It's actually, I mean, nothing out of the ordinary, but it's really well executed. You know, if you're looking for a game that is like those games from like the first half of the 90s, sort of, you know, point and click adventures, this actually reminded me a lot of, there's a game called Touche, The Adventures of the Fifth Musketeer, which sort of, I think it came out like 95 or something, so, you know, after the huge success that was Monkey Island 2. And I also think after Indiana Jones 4, I'm not really sure though on that one. So sort of like capitalizing on this, you know, on this success that was like, you know, point and click adventures were like the games of the time of the early 90s. And it did a lot of things right. It was not quite that. It was not a LucasArts adventure, like in quality and storytelling and, you know, whatever you had. It was sort of always like one leg behind, but still a good game, still a very good game. And the same is true for this one. Like, it suffers like the most fatal flaw, if you will, is the length, because this is really short. Because you develop like a nice flow. The puzzles are always fair. Oh wait, let's actually, I'm gonna, you know, just real quick show the overhead map while I finish my review here. Because we got a new location. This is our brother's cabin, really, and we should check it out. I'm not gonna like solve like or spoil anything else here, but this is the thing, sort of. So yeah, the puzzles here have a nice flow to them. They're not that hard. They're you know, varied. You know, there's like it's not always the same. You know, pick this up, pick A up, pick B up, combine it in the inventory or whatever, and then combine it with something in the background, or like you know. So it's not that. It's actually, and it's fun, you know, because then again, the puzzles are not too hard. They're not too challenging. So if you're, you know, looking for like tough nuts to crack, I don't know, maybe look elsewhere. I mean, there's like there's two instances where you have to maybe, like, you know, think around the corner, like, you know, employ this lateral thinking, you know, that is oftentimes necessary to solve these kind of adventures here. So you have to actually apply that, and that's okay. But, you know, all in all, like I said, it took me little more than 3 hours to finish this episode. Story is being told in a nice way, you know, it's like narratively speaking very fluent. It uses like in movies you would probably say like establishing shots or concept shots, you know, like takes you out of the game, sort of to give you like a clue of what's going on here, and, you know, yeah, pronouncedly so. So this is actually very well done. There are also like numerous Monkey Island references here. I mean, the name alone, I'm not even sure, like Fester Mud, because the sheriff in Monkey Island 1 was called Fester Shinetop. You meet people called Gilbert, the bartender is called Al, you know, this kind of stuff. There's like a grog reference, you know, those kind of things. They're not too obvious. I mean, for somebody who has not played Monkey Island and doesn't know a lot of the series, about the series, will not get it most likely. But you know, for fans of the series, they're sort of like winks, you know, and they're actually pretty nicely done. So you know, good job, Prank Ltd. Yeah, I mean, so I would totally recommend this game, specifically to people who are really fond, like have a sense of nostalgia and really want to play a game like, you know, it could have come out 20 or 15 years ago, easily. And I would, you know, recommend this for you. The only thing is, it's pretty short. It is 3 hours long, and the asking price is $10, I think, which is a lot. I think this is supposed to be a trilogy, and if you, like, you know, add this up, so in the end maybe you'll have a you know, net playing time of 9 hours. The question is, do you want to shell out 30 bucks for that? There will be a boxed version of Fester Mud, which is going to be cool. Hopefully they'll release like the whole trilogy as a boxed game, so maybe, you know, there's something, you know, you get in return, just other than 3 hours of entertainment. That would be cool. But you know, right now, like, if you're really a huge fan of those old games, you should definitely pick it up because it does a very good job. You know, you could definitely see that the people behind this have experience. I think the team is, like, for the most part Finnish. The lead designer next to Josh Mandel is called Seppo Santapukki, I think it's pronounced, who also has, like, some, you know, who also comes, like, from the gaming industry, has some experience there. And so I think overall this is, like, a Finnish crew that you know, did, like, the majority of work here, like the technical aspect, and then they sort of took in Josh Mandel to help out with, I don't know, some design aspects. But this is just speculation. It doesn't really matter in any case. Right. So yeah. For fans of the genre, this is a definite recommendation. Or like if you're an adventure game aficionado, you know. The thing is, it plays exactly like a game from that time. So, you know, all those, like, I've done some reviews on, like, Daedalic Adventures. They have, like, very neat, you know, like, inventory management and hotspot locators and whatnot. This game does not have. So it's, like, as old school as you get. So, you know, but what you see is what you get, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, for everybody else, if you're, like, interested, I don't know, $10 might be a little much because you won't get that much, you know, playtime out of it. Maybe wait until it's on sale somewhere, maybe part of a bundle or something, although it, I think, already has been recently part of a bundle. And then if you see this, if you watch the video and you don't like this, and you're like, hey, I hate point-and-click adventures, then my question would be, why the frick are you actually watching this up to this point? Not that I'm not happy about this, but, you know, clearly this game is not for you. So, for adventure aficionados, especially if you want to relive, like, a, you know, the experience, the sensation of playing an old school LucasArts adventure, pick this up. If you're, like, not so sure by what you see now, maybe wait a little until the price goes down. But, like, overall, I would recommend this because I like those games. You know, I still think Monkey Island 2 was one of the best games ever made. So, yeah, no doubts there. Yeah, that was it for me, Strong K, with Fester Mud. Hope you liked what you saw here. And, you know, I'm always happy for feedback, comments, likes, subscriptions even. Alright. Okay, thanks a lot for watching, and goodbye.